Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Thanks for coming, especially after the late night party yesterday. And I'm so happy that looking at this crowd, some serious migrations to the Azure Database platform are going to happen pretty soon. So my name is Raj Pochiraju, Principal Program Manager at Azure Data Engineering Group. I have a panel of speakers here. Our core focus of our team is to provide seamless database migrations from your on-premises environment to Azure Database platforms through the tools and services that we developed over a period of time. And I have here Akash, who is going to do a lot of the exciting demos to showcase how we can use the tools and services to take you through the migration journey. And I also have Shamik, mainly focusing on the heterogeneous migrations. And I have Greg here from Willis Towers Watson, who used our tools and services to take his company's migration journey to the cloud. He's going to share some exciting story with us today. With that, if you look at the session objectives, at first we are going to have a deeper look on to various phases in the migration journey or migration lifecycle. And latter portion of the presentation, we are going to see how the tools and services that our team built over a period of time are going to help you to take you through that migration journey. And before I go that, I want to spend a brief minute here, why our customers are telling us that they're migrating to Azure Database platforms, and what value that they are really seeing migrating to the Azure. So as you see here, we have a rich landscape of the Azure Database modern estate that you can see there. And what is really a modern data estate to begin with? It is simply nothing but the modern data estate accepts all kind of data, whether you can think about a structured data or unstructured data, or small data, or big data. So we have the solutions for all type of data, wide variety of data sets that comes from your on-premises environment. And also, another key significant factor here is that you can also extend your existing on-premises and span across the cloud. You can build environments that span across the on-premises and as well as the cloud to give you the true hybrid environment. So that is what the modern data estate. So as you see here, you can see a wide variety of data sets here. So you might think that there are too many choices. Actually, it is a good thing because it gives you a diversity of choice, and also it gives you a flexibility to pick a right database choice that really meets your customer needs. We understand the customer implementations or the application implementations are complex, and they have the complex requirements, and hence we have this complex landscape of the Azure data solutions that you got. If you look at the Azure SQL Database, which is a platform as a service, is the most intelligent database you can think of. It learns and it adapts, and it is purely built for building a modern applications to you. And if you look at Azure SQL Database Managed Instance, which provides a 100% compatibility with your on-premises SQL instance model, and at the same time, you can also benefit from all the advantages that comes out of the platform as a service. That way, it really let you to do a lift and shift migrations to cloud and benefit all the platform as a service capabilities like built-in recovery, disaster recovery, and all those capabilities. And we all love SQL Server, we know that. But at the same time, we also understand some of our customers made a choice for open source database like MySQL and Postgres. So we respect the choice, and we have a commitment for the choice, and we have Azure Database for MySQL, Azure Database for PostgreSQL. And we also have the Cosmos database, which really provides a globally distributed system and also provides the world-leading isolation levels for you. So this is the kind of a landscape that we have. And now, given that we have this landscape, now we really want to see how, what is the path to get there. So given that we have wide spectrum of the products, and when you think about migrations, we want you to look at the Azure Migration Guide. We also call that as a playbook, which really provides a step-by-step guidance for any source and target pair that you want to migrate. So I'm going to showcase the Azure Migration Guide briefly before we go to the migration scenarios. I'm going to switch to my monitor 8 here. Okay. So this is our Azure Migration Guide. You can simply go to Bing and type Azure Data Migration Guide, then you will get to this link. The idea here is that given that we have a breadth of sources, a breadth of targets that you can choose for a given source and target, if you really want to think about migrations, your first point is here. This is the entry point for all the migrations. That's how we can think of. It provides you all kind of sources that you have, that you wanted to migrate, and at the same time, when you go to that specific source, you can pick a specific target that you want to migrate, and for that source and target pair, it will give you a step-by-step guidance for you. And it also provides a bunch of partners that we worked with that we know that they have these migration capabilities that they really helped our customers, especially our enterprise customers, to migrate the complex workloads. And we also publish a lot of the case studies here so that you can really understand how other customers did these complex migrations in the past so that you can use those experiences as well. So I'm going to quickly go through a couple of combinations here to showcase how the migration guide is going to help you. For example, I choose my source is SQL Server, and I want to migrate to Azure SQL Database, for instance. And then once I choose that source and target pair, it gives you what are the steps that you need to do during the pre-migration, and what are the tools and services that you can use to do the migration, the actual migration, and then what type of optimizations that you can do after the migration, which is the post-migration scenarios. So it will talk you about the specific versions that we support from source to target, the specific tools that you can use to assess your databases. We are going through all those demos and all that as well, right? And also, I'm going to quickly showcase the other scenario as well. In this case, I'm going to pick migrating from Oracle to PostgreSQL, Azure Database for PostgreSQL. And here, at this point, this specific migration scenario is not supported yet through our tools and services, but that's not going to end the story of migrations there. We also provide you the specific tools that we know we worked with that really help you, that you can leverage to do the migration. In this case, it happens to be Aura 2PG tool that you can download, and then you can use that tool to do the migrations. And at that point, we provide the specific guidance as well. So that's how you can really leverage the Azure Database Migration Guide that really helps you to go through this migration journey. Now I'm going to switch back to the slides here. Let's briefly talk about the migration journey. What are the phases that are involved in this migration journey? We typically, when we talk to the enterprise customers, they told us that they go through assess, migrate, and optimize phases. Some customers might have even more phases, but in general, assess, migrate, and optimize. Assessment phase is the phase where you discover your data estate and find out what are the application dependencies, which of these applications are dependent on each other, and what specific databases types that these applications are using, and which of those databases needs to be migrated together to make sure that the entire application is migrated. All that kind of an analysis happens during the assess. And you also want to understand what is my preferred target. Do I choose Cosmos DB, or do I choose SQL DB or any other database? All that analysis happens through the assessment. And it also tells you what is my specific size of this queue that I'm going to choose when I migrate to the cloud. Essentially, the assessment phase will give you all the planning that is required for you to do the migrations. And we have tools that help you to go through the assessment phase. The next phase is migrate, which is the main focus of this session. We're going to go a little deep into that migration. Essentially, the migrate phase is you perform the migration of your schema, you perform the migration of your data, and as well as any other artifacts that your applications might be depending on. And finally, once the migration is done, the next step is to optimize. In the optimize phase, you still want to optimize your cloud for more efficiencies and more cost savings. So these are the 3 different phases that we have in the migration journey, and that's what the focus of this session. As you go through this, if you look at the specific tools and services that we developed to help you go through this migration journey, on the left side, you have your on-premises environment, and you have wide variety of databases right there. And then on the right side, you have all the appropriate Azure database targets. And for doing the assessments, we have a couple of tools that our customers extensively use. One is Data Migration Assistant tool. That tool released in 2016, and so far, our customers assessed more than 1 million databases across the globe. To assess those databases to find out the readiness of those databases to migrate to the cloud, what effort that is required for me to migrate, what size that I need to pick, what specific target that I need to go through. All that information you can get through the DMA assessment, and Akash is going to demo that as well. And then we have another tool called SSMA, SQL Server Migration Assistant tool, which is out there last 10 years, and customers extensively use it to migrate from the heterogeneous data sources. For example, if you look at Oracle, Sybase, DB2, and if they want to migrate to the Azure, there is a lot of code transformations happens, the schema transformations happens, and people extensively use the SSMA tool to do those kind of assessments. And once the schema transformations are done through these tools, the next step is to migrate the data. For migrating the data, we released Azure Database Migration Service in our last May in our build conference, and this is for general availability. We released it for general availability at our build conference in last May. Basically, this service is a fully managed service in Azure, which really helps you to do a seamless migration from your on-premises databases to cloud. We're going to talk more about it. Akash is going to give you the entire architecture of that service to see how that service really works so that you can leverage the service to do your migrations. And the other capability that we have with Azure Database Migration Service, it also provides the online migrations to minimize your downtime drastically during your migrations. And it also, resiliency is built into the tool, into the service. We know that when it comes to the cloud migrations and complex migrations, it is prone for failures, network interruptions. So when we encounter those kind of issues, we exactly know where we stopped and where do we start. That way, the resiliency is built into the system so that it can recover from those kind of failures as well at the same time. Now, I'm going to invite Akash to the stage to really take us through the migration journey from SQL Server to Azure SQL Managed Instance, through this journey to give us a glimpse of how lift and shift migrations can happen using our tools and services.
Thank you, Raj. Hi, everyone. I'm Akash Varenkar. I'm an engineering manager on the database migration team. And today we'll take you, as Raj said, right, we'll take you through this entire journey of, hey, how do I migrate my databases into Azure? We heard about all the great things that we have in managed instance, and we'll just start with that journey now. So as Raj mentioned initially, the first thing that any customer asks us, or any customer has the question whenever they begin this journey of migration is, what do I need to change? Will my databases from my source SQL Server, will they work when they migrate to Azure? Even in Azure, I have SQL Server on VM, I have Azure SQL Database, I have Azure SQL Database Managed Instance. What is the right target for me? So the first thing that we actually built, and this was back in 2016, was this tool called Data Migration Assistant.
You are on the slides.
Yeah. So this is a free tool that's available on Download Center. And we purposely built it in a way that it's a desktop application. You don't have to connect to Azure to do all these assessments. You can just download this tool, install it on a machine in your CorpNet, and then just start assessing your databases. And over the course of last couple of years, we have released updates to this tool, and we have added new features to it almost every other month. So I'm not going to talk about all the features that we have added so far, but let's go over the top 2 features that we have added just in last couple of months. So let me give you a quick tour about this tool. So here I have already installed the latest version of the tool. It's already on version 4.0. The way it works is you create a new project, and as you can see, you can create an assessment project. So let's say this is my assessment project, my project. We support SQL Server as a source right now, and as a target, you have all your options: Azure SQL Database, managed instance, virtual machines, or just plain simple, if you want to just migrate within on-premises on your upgraded version of a SQL Server, you can even do that. So for this particular demo, let me just go through this whole assessment step, right? So let's say if I want to migrate a database into managed instance. So I select my target as Azure Database Managed Instance, and I say create a project. Now it gives me 2 different options over here. The first option, we call it database compatibility check. So basically what we do in this particular phase is we do a deep scan of your database. We read your stored procedures, you scan your tables. We just don't scan the data, but other than that, the entire schema, we scan it. And we tell you all the blocking changes or behavioral changes, whatever you will face based on the target that you have selected. The second thing, the feature parity, is more of a surface level check. So we just don't do database migrations, right? Like if you are doing a migration, mostly you're thinking about an entire server instance migration. So that's where this feature parity check comes into play. It will scan your entire server instance. It will check for features that you might be using that may not work in Azure, or that may need some tweaks if you move to Azure. So for example, let's say if you have agent jobs, linked servers, right? But it's not just like a prescriptive guideline, like if you just go to some blogs and you just have set of rules. It will actually scan your databases, your servers, and then provide you the right guidance on how to get around if there are any issues. If there are no issues, it just says, hey, just go ahead and start your migration. So let me select both of them right now. And if I click next, I've already set up a particular server, and let me just connect to that particular server. When you do an assessment, it's not 1 DB at a time. You can do multiple server instances at a time. So you keep adding your database and servers to this list on the left side. And then once you say run my assessment, it will just assess all your databases, all your servers. So let me just select 1 DB right now, add it, and just say start assessment. Now this assessment, okay, in fact it's pretty fast. Okay, that's good. So before I go into the results of that, let me show you another thing. It's the same database, same server instance, same IP address. You can actually compare back. It's a SQL Server 2012 instance that I have. And before this session, I did an assessment to migrate it to Azure SQL Database as a target platform. Now, if you look carefully over here, if I do a SQL feature parity check, it tells me that, hey, I'm using unsupported features like cross-database references. It even gives me details like which database exactly uses that feature. It seems I'm using trustworthy database property. Azure SQL Database doesn't support analysis services, and it seems I'm using it. Reporting services, it's not supported. Partially supported features like server scope credentials. If I go to compatibility issues, compatibility issues are deep database scans. So there's only one database that I've selected. Again, it says that, hey, this particular database is using cross-DB queries. It seems I'm using SQL CLR assemblies. It seems there are some references to system procedures that are not available in Azure SQL Database. So a lot of things that I need to do to really migrate this database into Azure SQL DB. Now let's look at the same report if I want to migrate to a managed instance. So feature parity, good to go, no issues. All the issues that we saw in the last slide, all gone away. You can just migrate to managed instance. If I select compatibility issues, again, it gives me all the compatibility levels that are supported. And as of now, this DB is just ready to migrate. So this way, it helps you plan. Like, for example, hey, should I migrate to Azure SQL Database? Or should I migrate to managed instance? Or should I migrate to a SQL server on a VM? And you can just plan your entire migration using this tool. Another cool feature that we just introduced, it's still in its naive phase. We are still working on adding more interesting things to it, but I want to give you a quick sneak peek into it. So we got this another question from our customers, and the question was, hey, I have decided, I have made up my mind that I want to go to Azure SQL Database, okay, for some reason. Now, if I go to their portal, you have a laundry list of service tiers available. Now, you have basic tiers starting with less than $100 per month, all the way up to premium tiers, which are like few $1,000s per month. Now, which one should I select? Like, to reduce my cost, at the same time get no kind of performance issues, right? So this was one of the top asked questions, and so some of the data scientists back in Redmond, they helped us really learn from all the field engagements that we have had so far, and they actually built a nice machine learning model, and currently we have embedded that into DMA and shipped it for you. The thing is not available in the UI version. We have this command line version of DMA. We always try out new features through our command line, and as we see people starting using those features, then we start building UI around it. So I won't demo the entire feature right now, but the way it works is, if you install the latest version of DMA, it will give you a PowerShell script. You have to take that PowerShell script and run it on the host where your on-premises SQL Server instance is hosted. You run it during some peak time, and usually we advise you run that script for around 40 minutes. What it will do is it will collect a lot of perf counters, it will collect database execution stats, query execution stats, specific database related perf counters, and then it will put all those results into a file. All of this is offline, like you control all of this. And once you get that file, you feed it into DMA. DMA doesn't have to run on your host where the SQL Server is running. So you get that file on another machine and you feed it into DMA, and then DMA produces this nice report, which I have over here. I'll show you a sample report over here that I just ran before we flew down to Orlando. So here's a test server that I ran the report on, and it tells me that, hey, my AdventureWorks database needs to move to a Gen 5 with a 24-week core, maybe because I'm just doing some tests on top of it. So it actually looks at the perf counters and how the database is being used. And what it tries to do is, it tries to minimize the cost for me, but making sure that my queries will never face any kind of performance issues, and it will tell you exactly which tier to go. Like for example, I have another DB, it says premium, but not just premium tier, go exactly to P4. You can even change this, move these sliders, and it finally gives you the total cost that you will have. For example, if you want to migrate your entire server instance. And another cool thing, actually, this is something our engineers just added. I love our engineering team. They just added this button over here. You click on this, it immediately generates a PowerShell script where, and you run that PowerShell script, it will create all these databases with the kind of tiers that we have selected into Azure. So if you're thinking of migrating, let's say around hundreds of databases, it's a pain to even figure out, hey, first of all, what do I need to do? Where do I need to migrate? What tier I need to support? And then go and provision all of them. So we are trying to automate most of it. So you'll slowly start seeing these features coming in DMA UI. Right now, this is only available in command line version. So you'll have to go through our blogs to understand how to use it. But yeah, do share your feedback. And then we'll figure out how to get it in, get a UI for it. Yeah, so that's all about assessment.
Thank you so. Thank you so much, Akash. Let me quickly. So Akash showed us the assessments for the on-premises databases with an intention of migrating to Azure SQL DB and as well as Azure SQL DB manager instance. And then he kind of able to identify which of these databases are ready to go to SQL DB, which of these databases are ready to go to Azure SQL DB manager instance with less effort. With that, once you know your target, you also want to understand the SKU recommendations, like what specific size that I want to go, as he said. And then he also showcased how you can use our tool that recommends you the appropriate target based on your current workload and all that. So that way the tools really helped you to go through the assessment phase. Once the assessment phase is done, the next step is to the migrate phase. And I want to double click on the migrate phase here. When we talk to our enterprise customers, they tell us that they use at least 4 migration strategies, migrating the on-premises databases to the cloud. The very first one is the rehost. Rehost is essentially lift and shifting your environment as it is with minimal, very minimal, or no code changes. That is what the rehost method of migrating your databases. And the next one is the refactor. Refactor is essentially typically containerizing your applications for more portability and as well as for more agility. And this is the most quickest way to modernize your database platforms. And the third one is re-architect. That's where we expect significant of code changes, where you're going to re-architect the applications. Specifically, you are modularizing the applications to multiple modules for better scalability and as well as to get high availability options configured. And the last one is the rebuild, where you are going to be essentially rebuilding the applications, or at least a portion of the applications mostly to use the native cloud technologies to begin with, because that really brings you the new user experiences to the customers by taking advantage of all the native technologies that are built into the cloud itself. Then now that we understand the migration strategies and everything, and I ask Akash again to take us to the migration journey, especially I want to see how we can use our service to perform an online migration that minimizes my downtime during the migration. So we released the online migrations for preview in this very week for the migrating from on-premises SQL Server to the managed instance. Go ahead, Akash.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Raj. Okay, so before I deep dive into migration or I show you the exact demo of the migration, I wanted to take a step back and go into the mechanics of how DMS works. In fact, understanding this will help you leverage it in the best possible way and migrate your data in the most secure and reliable way. Now, there's too much information on this slide, so just follow me and I'll go over it. So the thing is, I won't go into each and every detail of our architecture, but I'll go over enough detail that will help you leverage the service in the best possible way. And this thing, okay. Okay, so customers, all the customers that we have worked with so far in our preview phase, in our internal preview phase, and even during our GA and public preview phases, the top 3 questions that I've gotten so far are, first, how does DMS even, it's a cloud service, right? So how does a cloud service even connect to my on-premises service and my target, which is in Azure, and migrate the data? So that has been like the #1 question every customer has asked this so far. The second one is, how do I secure my data? So how does the data migration exactly work? Is my data secured? What all hops does it take before reaching my target? Because everyone needs to know, right? It's your data. You should know exactly how your data moves. So I'll go over that. And then the third is, this is mostly asked by a lot of our partners where you already have some kind of a migration solution built, maybe for your customers. And the ask is, hey, great features, like you have assessment, you have this online migrations, offline migrations. How can I leverage your features and make it part of my solution and build a more end-to-end solution, right? So I'll also go over that part over here. So let's start with the first part. So DMS, I'll start using the word DMS, Database Migration Service is a big word, so a long name. So I'll just use DMS moving forward. So DMS is a native Azure resource. So what I mean by an Azure resource is, just like any other resource like a virtual machine or a virtual network or a database, Database Migration Service or DMS is an Azure resource. So what it means is, it sits behind the Azure Resource Manager. So all the calls like deploying a new service, managing a new service, kicking off a new migration, monitoring a migration, everything that you do it through Azure Resource Manager. And because it sits behind Azure Resource Manager, we have like well-defined public Swagger specs. So it's based on Open API specification. So you can just either use the portal to connect to it, or you can use our PowerShell to connect to it. It's part of Azure PowerShell. Or you can use Azure CLI to connect to it, which is a cross-plat tool, and you can run it on cross-platform, not just on Windows. Or if you just want to use our Azure SDK, you can use the SDK and embed all this functionality into your tools. Or just use curl and make HTTP calls, and you can just get everything done. So everything that you will see which is exposed in the portal for DMS, all of that is exposed through the API layer, and you can leverage that to make DMS as part of your solution. And the best part is DMS is free. So most of the scenarios on DMS are free, so you can always start leveraging that. So that answers the part where you can make this as part of your solution. Now let's look at the connectivity part. So here's where I'll slightly dive deeper into what exactly DMS means. So whenever you come to the portal and you say, I want to create a new instance of DMS. So what happens is, behind the scene, we have our own DMS resource provider. Like in Azure, every resource is managed by a resource provider. So DMS has its own resource provider. And what we do is we create a compute node. So we create a virtual machine for your migration. Even though we are multi-tenant, we don't host any other code or anything else on that particular virtual machine. It only has the engine, the migration engine, and it only works for you. Okay? So that's the one that you see in the middle, which is that virtual machine. Now, let me just switch my screen for a couple of seconds here. So whenever you create a new DMS instance, so for example, this is the new DMS creation wizard, it asks you all the standard things like, hey, what's my service name, subscription that you want to create it in, resource group, location. But along with that, it gives you this option to select a virtual network. This is the most critical component which most of the customers miss. So the thing is, it is through this virtual network, all the connectivity things are figured out. So what I mean is, you select this virtual network, and DMS will be provisioned inside that virtual network. In fact, we have a nice wizard over here where it talks about all the gateways and connections, and we'll go into those details, and then you will know why we have this particular screen. But selecting this is the key part. Now, what happens is, let me just switch back. What happens is, when you create a new DMS instance, we create a virtual machine for you, host the code, host the engine inside it, and then the network interface, the virtual network interface of that particular VM is embedded inside your virtual network. You don't have any control over the VM. Even we cannot do anything with the VM at that point. But because the NIC, which is the network interface, is inside your virtual network, which you'll be able to see, you'll be able to monitor that, it can access everything that is part of that virtual network. So if you look carefully over there, the middle section is the Microsoft subscription. The section to the right is your subscription. So you select a virtual network where DMS will be created, and the NIC is inserted inside it. So now, whatever endpoints that virtual network can connect to, DMS can connect to. Now, the next question comes up, hey, all my resources are on the right side, which is on-premise, and there's a huge boundary between them. How do I make that connection? So there are many options available in Azure. I'll go briefly over it, and then you can always go through Azure documentation from our networking team. They have like amazing documentation with each and every detail inside it. So the first thing and the easiest one that you can do is what we call as a point-to-site connection. This is something you can even do immediately after this session. Just go out and you can enable this point-to-site connection. So what you do in this case is, if you want to connect your workstation to that virtual network, then you create a VPN gateway, and you install the VPN client on your particular workstation. There are a few more steps involved, and there is proper documentation available on docs.azure.com. And it will help you set up a secure connection between your workstation and that virtual network. It uses a secure SSTP protocol, and we usually advise this to be done for quick prototypes. Like, you don't have to work with any network admin or admin. You just go back, set this up, and you can quickly prototype, playing around with managed instance, playing around with DMS, moving some of your data into Azure. So you can do that. The next option that we have, we call it site-to-site connection. Here is where you might have to work with your network admins. So what happens in this case is, again, the same VPN gateway, but you'll have to install a VPN device in your network, so the on-premise network. And now the connection happens between the VPN gateway and the VPN device. And based on how you have configured the VPN device, all the devices inside your network can connect to that virtual network. And that virtual network, anything inside it can connect back to your particular network. And the last one, not the last one, but the best approach that we have is a private express route connection. For this, you'll have to work with your network providers, and we always advise to use this particular approach. That is the fastest approach that you can get, most secure approach. The reason I say it's secure is because even though we use an SSTP protocol, which is a secure transport protocol for the other two scenarios, P2S and S2S, the data still moves over internet, public internet. But if you use express route, you have your own private channel. So that's like the most secure way. And in fact, even if you look at the speed supported by each particular channel, with express route, we are talking like in terms of 10 Gbps. But when you're talking about site to site or point to site, you're usually talking about less than 1 gigabits per second connection speed. So for any mission critical production workloads, we always advise go with express route, and most of the enterprise customers that we have set up express route. In fact, inside Microsoft, all our connections to Azure is through express route, and all our networks are just expanded into Azure. In fact, some of the developers don't even know whether that machine sits inside our real corp network or whether it sits in Azure. So that's how we have set it up. So that's about connectivity. And the secure data movement, right? So the way it works is, as I mentioned, the NIC is inside your virtual network. You control the flow. So whatever network security rules that you set up on your virtual network, they apply to this DMS instance. The DMS instance is created only for you. No other customer shares that. Even if you create two DMS instances, they don't share anything with each other. That particular virtual machine is completely locked down. What I mean by lockdown is there is no way, let me put it this way. It doesn't have any endpoint through which we can connect to it. The only way we communicate to that VM, so for example, when you say, hey, start a migration, right, we have to give that request to the VM to say start the migration. We use a service bus in between to connect to it. So we put the request in service bus, and the VM can pick it up from there. At the same time, we cannot RDP into it. We have all firewall rules set up on it such that only the migration engine has connectivity to certain external endpoints like the service bus and the storage account, and that's how we communicate to your DMS instance and back. So you own it completely, you own the network rules on it, so you own the exact data movement. So just wanted to go over that because every time people ask that, hey, how does my data move? So yeah, that's the thing about DMS. And there were two more things that I didn't cover over here, which was if you have your resources in another virtual network inside Azure, you also have two modes over there. You can either use a site-to-site connection or you can use a VNet peering because people already have their SQL Server instances in Azure. In that case, you can just use VNet peering. VNet peering is a preferred approach over there because in that case, your traffic actually goes over Azure backbone network. It really doesn't go through the S2S channel. Okay, so now let's go into the meat of what we are going to talk about today. So MI, migration to MI. We have multiple scenarios in DMS, migrating to Azure SQL Database, migrating to MI, as Raj said, Cosmos DB migration, so MongoDB to Cosmos DB, MySQL to MySQL, Postgres to PostgreSQL, Oracle to SQL Server. But what we'll cover today is just about MI because every scenario is different. The way data moves is different. So what we do is we work with our field, we figure out the best approach for database migration, and we embed that particular approach into our service. So the way it works for managed instances, we leverage your existing backup plans. We don't try to get your backups from your particular SQL Server instance. Instead, usually for enterprises, you will have a backup plan set up. Like, just as an example, okay, this may not be the right one, but just an example, you may have the plan set up in a way where you take full backups every day, every week. Maybe you'll have your differential backups taken every week, or maybe every day. And then you'll have your log backups taken maybe every hour or maybe a couple of minutes, right? So all of those backups are being taken into some location. So what we say is just give us access to that particular location. So that is the step one that you see over there. And once you set up DMS, you will continuously monitor that location. And as we see new files being picked up, we'll parse them, we'll figure out the right LSN. So don't worry about, hey, if it has many files, what will happen? If it has multiple backups, what will happen? Maybe my LSNs are not properly done. So we don't look at file names or anything. We read the files, we figure out the right LSN chains inside it. And once we find the next particular log backup, we will move that into the storage account. Now, this storage account is, again, we don't own it. When you set up this pipeline, you'll have to provide a storage account, so you own that data completely. You provide us the key how to connect to that storage account, and we move data into that storage account, and from there, it is getting restored into the managed instance. This is an online migration. That is why we are using this log shipping approach. So what I mean by online is all the online scenarios in DMS means your source, during the migration, your source can serve traffic. So so your migration may be taking weeks, or maybe it is on for a month, but your source continuously serves traffic. When you decide that, hey, now is the time I need to switch over, and we'll show you that in our UI where we show you the downtime and what is the lag between your target and your source. Whenever you think that, hey, this is the right time I need to switch over, you put your source in the read-only mode, you click a button on DMS which says cutover, and we move all the last backups like the tail log backups and everything into MI, and then we bring your MI database in an online state. During the entire course of migration, the MI database will not be in an online state. It is in some kind of, you won't even see the database name on the server instance, and I'll show you how it looks over there. So let me switch over to my desktop. Okay, and okay, so let's see. Let's do an actual migration into MI. We'll do an online migration into MI. So what I have here is, and we'll use a simple, I have a database over here, which is a SQL Server instance, and I have this database HR min downtime. The next one that you see over here is a managed instance, and as you can see, let me just refresh, there is no HR min downtime or anything over here right now. So we are going to migrate this HR min downtime using the online migration mode into the managed instance. So let me go to database migration assistant, sorry, the database migration service. So I've already pre-provisioned an instance of database migration service, and I've done this whole connectivity, everything that I talked about, I've already set it up. We won't take time to do all of this now. As you can already see over here, we have been using this, some of our friends back in the admin have been using this to migrate from MongoDB or MySQL or Oracle. So what we'll be doing is, we'll use this particular project that we have created to migrate it to a managed instance. Or in fact, let me create a new project instead of using an existing one. So when you start your migration, first thing that you do is create a project, okay? That's how you manage all your migrations. So you can add multiple databases to a project, but then you can take few databases at a time and set up different kinds of migration activities for those databases. So let me just create a project, say MI migration, Ignite. Source SQL Server, we also support all these others. And the target will be a managed instance. And then we won't use the offline activity, we'll use the online activity, which is in preview right now. Save. So this will create a project and immediately take me to the activity creation wizard. So let me provide some of these details. So the first step in the migration is, it asks me to connect to my source server instance. So this is the source server. I'll use SQL authentication, username and password. Of course, I want to encrypt my connection at this point, and let me save. So what it will do at this point is, it will connect to my source server. It's running a lot of validation checks. So we make sure that all the permissions are correct, that particular user account has the right privileges. Can my DMS instance even connect to this source server, right? So all those checks will be done initially. It may take a few seconds over here, but it's better to find those issues now rather than starting a migration and then the migration fails. The next step is connect to your target. Now, it's a bit involved over here, so let me explain each and every step over here. The first thing that we ask when you want to connect to your target managed instance is, give us an application ID. This is again for security reasons. So what we do is, we don't have access to your managed instance. There's no way we can access it. So we ask you to create an application ID in Azure AD and set right permissions for that application ID. And then give us that application ID with the key so that we can connect to your managed instance. So tomorrow, suddenly, if you decide that, hey, I just need to stop anyone from accessing my managed instance, you just change your permissions on that application ID, and DMS will not be able to connect to your instance at all. So let me just give an application ID over here and a key to it. Please don't copy it, but anyways, I'll change it. And let me select a subscription. Let's say the internal demo. This is a subscription where I managed instances, and in fact, it shows me all the managed instances that I have. For this particular demo, I'll select this private buddy MI, and then I'll give the SQL username and password for it. Why application ID and SQL username and password? Because we connect to your managed instance through ARM, That's where we need application ID. ARM is Azure Resource Manager. We also connect to your managed instance just as any other SQL client, and that's why we need the SQL Server username and password. Okay, save. Again, same thing. Connect to your server, do all kinds of validations, make sure that app ID is correct, fine, everything passed. Now, we can select multiple databases at this point, but for this demo, I'll just select one DB that I showed you, which is HR min downtime, which is available on my source server. Save. And then it asked me for a lot of these settings, because of which we actually covered this thing on the previous slide, right? So the first thing is I need to provide the location where my backup plan is taking all the backups. So what I've done is I've just shared that folder as an SMB share, and I'll just give the path to it. Now, of course, giving the SMB share doesn't work. I need the credentials to access that SMB share. So this is the account that I'm using to access it, and the password again. And then I also need to know the storage account. This is one thing we specifically did this. There were a lot of debates in the engineering team whether we should use our own storage account or whether we should ask our customers. And after talking with a lot of people working with Phil, some of our customers, we decided that, hey, let customers give their own storage account. That way you have full control over your data. You can suddenly go to that storage account and change the keys, and no one else will be able to access any of your data. And the storage account that I'll use is this one, and let's say save. Again, do some validations, make sure things will work later. It tries its best. So let's give it a couple of seconds. It will okay. And then now just a summary. It says that let me just give an activity name at this point. Let's just call it my first run. My target server is Azure SQL Database Managed Instance. This is my source server. It's a SQL Server 2012. I've selected only one DB, and this is an online data migration. The moment I click this, migration will start. So it may take a few seconds. Initially, it is setting up the migration pipeline, yeah. So let's just refresh. Okay, so it's already the message has been picked up by the DMS instance. It tells me what the target is. It's an online activity, one database. Now let me select the database over here, and it's already seen all those files. So these are all the files that are already available right now on that particular share, and it will parse those files, figure out the LSNs, and then figure out the way it has to upload them to the storage account, and that's what it is doing right now. So while this happens, what you will see is, let me just explain this part over here. We have this field called last applied LSN. Right now it's in preview, that's why we only have this one field. We'll soon add the timestamp for that LSN also. So that way what will happen is you will exactly know what is the last LSN and the timestamp of the data that is being applied to your target. So this is how you will know, should I cut over now or what should I do? Yeah, so that's it. It has even applied everything, and this is the last LSN. Now let me show you something, just to prove that this is not rigged and this is an actual migration. So this is the server. This is the database on the source, and make sure I'm connected to the right one. Yeah. So let me just insert a record into it. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, at this point the source is online, and that's why I'm trying to insert data into it. Okay, and that's my HR min downtime. So let me do this. Let me just go ahead and insert a record, and then I'll take another log backup. Usually this log backup will be taken by a backup plan, but let me just do it myself. And it's hrtr7.ba. Let me just call it 8. And if I execute this, yeah, that's because I executed everything. So let me just change this and execute the entire script. So it has inserted one record, and it has taken a log backup. And yeah, so HR8 already DMS picked it up, and it has started uploading it to your storage account, and you will soon see this LSN will change. And once that is done, what we can do is we can, let's say at this point I'm ready, I want to cut over. You just click on this Start Cutover button. It gives you, it makes sure it warns you, it tells you that, hey, are there any pending changes? Right now it is saying that, hey, there is still one pending change, so wait, don't cut over yet. And once that pending change has been applied, which may take a couple of minutes, then we can actually do a start cutover. We can confirm it. This is just so that you, by mistake, don't click on apply. We want you to confirm and then apply. And at that point, we will do the upload the last backup, and then finally switch your database from an offline mode into an online mode. You can change the connection strings in the application, point it to managed instance, and your migration is done. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much. So we saw the migrations from homogeneous sources from SQL Server to Azure SQL managed instance. Using the DMS service, we did an online migration, and we did a lift and shift migration. Now, I want to invite Shamik to showcase, how can we migrate, how can we leverage this service to migrate from heterogeneous platforms like Oracle to the Azure Database platforms. And this time, now that I see the UI experience, I want to see how we can automate using our PowerShell commandlets.
Sure. Thank you, Raj. So before I jump into demos, I want to take a few minutes into how the migration workflow looks like. By the way, I'm Shamik. I'm a product manager responsible for heterogeneous database migrations. And our team currently builds tools and services for a wide variety of scenarios, starting from Oracle, MySQL, SAP, ASE, DB2, even NoSQL databases such as Mongo, Cassandra, and so on and so forth. So at the heart of all heterogeneous migrations is schema conversion. Schema conversion is super important because the schemas and the query syntax constructs on the source side are very different from the target side because it is not T-SQL to T-SQL. In Oracle's case, it will be procedural SQL to T-SQL on SQL Server. So you have to convert the schema. Procedures have to be converted, views have to be converted, the table definitions have to be converted. And after you do the schema conversion is when you do the migration. So if you look at the diagram really quickly, the architecture is same as what Akash explained to you before. The only caveat here is you're using SSMA as a conduit. SSMA, SQL Server Migration Assistant, has been around for almost a decade and does schema conversions from Oracle and other platforms over to SQL Server. Now, we support all targets of SQL Server. In Oracle's case, we do Azure SQL VM, Azure SQL DB, DB Managed Instance, even Azure SQL Data Warehouse. So you would convert that schema using SSMA and then push it over to your managed instance. Once the schema gets over, you would initiate a DMS instance and create a project that does continuous data movement between the source and the target. So what we really do on the Oracle side is we use change data capture to capture any incoming changes into Oracle, be it inserts or deletes. And then we start synchronizing that data over to the SQL target. With that, let me actually quickly get you over to a demo and show you how this is done. So here I am connecting to an Oracle instance. Now this is my Oracle database. Let me zoom in a little bit. I've created two schemas here. One is an HR schema, and one is a TBCC benchmark database. Let me show those to you really quickly. So if I go to my other users and choose my HR schema, I have a bunch of tables in there. I have a few views, I have a few procedures, packages, and so on and so forth. I've already used SSMA to move that schema over to the target, and if time permits, I will show that to you. But let me show you the target as well. So I'm using the SQL Server Management Studio to connect to the target. I've created two schemas there, databases in SQL terms, HR and TBCC. Now these are empty schemas because I did not move any data. I wanted to use DMS to move data. So if you look at it, it would have table definitions the same way as you have in Oracle. It has HR countries, departments, employees, job history, jobs, locations, and regions. Now, Akash showed you the UI experience of DMS. I'll show you how you can invoke this migration from PowerShell using our SDK. So let me open up PowerShell really quickly. And hopefully you can see it. So I've chosen my subscription. This is a subscription I'll be using to deploy my project to. I'm giving it a resource group name. I'm giving it the service name. I've created a service called Oracle Ignite. I've also created a project called Ignite Demo. And then that instance is located in South Central US, and I'm migrating two schemas together. I'm migrating HR, and I'm migrating the TBCC database as well. So if you notice, way down in PowerShell, I'm giving my source machine. I'm giving it the service name. I'm giving it the port number, source user. I'm doing the same thing for the target. I'm specifying the MI instance name, the port, and the user I'm going to connect with. I'm not mentioning any password, so you won't be able to see anything to copy. I'll type it on my own. So let me quickly run this. And before I run this, let me show you the instance, the vanilla instance of Azure DMS. So let me quickly go to the portal. To open up the instance. So let's use a portal link. Now I'm using a complicated link to open this because this is still in private preview. You will have to sign up for it, and we will have to whitelist a subscription for you to be able to use this service. And this is the first time we're announcing it as well. So let me quickly get you to the instance. So let's give the portal a few seconds to load. Let me go to my dashboard. I already should have the instance right here. It's called Oracle Ignite. Now, if you notice, there are no projects inside this. It's an empty instance. I will now execute the PowerShell. And it will ask me for a bunch of credentials. So it's trying to connect right now. All right. So asking me password for my source. My target. It's logging into my Azure credentials, and then it will create a project inside of DMS. So if I refresh it, it now has a project. Now, before the project starts doing anything, let's quickly do a count star on the target. And if you see, there are 0 rows in it right now. Now, let's switch back over to the portal and start looking at what the service is doing. So just like Akash showed you, it will show you a variety of phases, starting from when it's initializing, establishing change data capture, and so on and so forth. So this is the task that I had created. It's called Migrate HR and TBCC. I can click into it and look at the individual status. So it's trying to initialize that migration right now. So while it's initializing and creating the pipeline, for those of you who have not seen SSMA and what it does, let me just quickly show you a brief glimpse of what SSMA can do. This is the SQL Server Migration Assistant. I will start off by creating a new project for migration. And let me connect to my local instance. It's a SQL Server 2016 instance. And let me connect to Oracle. And once it connects to Oracle, it will start pulling in the schema from Oracle. It will understand all the metadata about the services, the procedures, the triggers, the views. So it's loading it right now. Almost there. It's loading it fully. All right. And I can clearly see my HR schema right here. I connect to my SQL Server, again, my local instance. And I connect to it using Windows authentication. So it's telling me that my local instance does not have an HR database, and it wants to create it. I will hit yes, and it will create it for me. And while this is creating the database and connecting to it, I will quickly switch back to the Azure DMS instance and see what status there is. It's refreshing. Well, this has already moved the data because it's saying ready to cut over. Let's go back to the SQL Server Management Studio and do a count. It has about 107 records in it already, which was migrated from Oracle to SQL Server. Now, is this online? Let's actually insert a few records into Oracle and find out if the count here increases. So I go back to my Oracle instance, and I insert a few records into it. And let's go back to SQL Server and do a count star. In no time, the records were replicated from the Oracle instance to SQL Server. Now you can go back to the portal and start looking at the status of the migration. It has a lot more detail than that you should see. So essentially, it's telling you it completed the full load, and it inserted 5 new records. So if you now issue any deletes, it will show you the deleted records here as well on the same UI. So you can track the progress. And essentially, once it is done doing that, and there are no changes that it's listening to, you can do the start cutover process, whereby which the online replication will stop, and then you can switch over your application over to SQL Server. So let's go back to SSMA really quickly. I want to give Greg time to talk about his migration experience. I would go to the HR instance in SSMA and do a convert schema. And that's where the magic happens. It takes the HR database, it extracts the syntax from all the static procedures, views, and triggers, and creates a T-SQL syntax that we go deploy to the target, right from within the purview of SSMA. If you want to know more about it, we have those links in the resources section that you can take a look at. I'll hand it over to Greg to come present his migration journey.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Sorry. I'm Greg Mataskovic. I work for Willis Towers Watson in the insurance consulting and technology division. We work with many insurance companies across the globe and do analytics mostly for those companies. And we deal with a lot of different data sources and whatnot from our customers, and we bring them mostly into SQL Server on-premise, or historically have. We've been on a journey to the cloud now since about 2016. And one of the challenges we had back about a year ago when we kind of started working with Raj and his team was how we get our on-premises SQL data up into Azure. And we had about, 25 to 30 terabytes of data, so not a lot, but it was sprawled across many different databases, each one for a client. We do different analytics on it and whatnot, so everyone was different. Every single database had its own unique properties, and we were trying to figure out how we get those up to the cloud. Raj came to us, private preview, and I really wish the service was like it was now, because it was a little different back then. But the good thing was we worked as a partner together to try to help. He helped us, we helped him. Since our databases were so dispersed, and Variant, we ran across different challenges here and there that we worked through to get the data up. But when we initially started looking at migrating the data, we were doing it kind of the old school way, just do a backpack file and upload it to blob storage and then pump it into SQL. So we tested on various sizes from like our smaller ones that were 10 gig up to 250 gig and whatnot. And some of the larger ones were taking the better part of 3 days to do. So we just did the math and we were like, well, this is going to take us months and months and months to do, which we didn't have the time. So Raj came to us and said, hey, we have this new great service. Do you want to try it out? We said yes. And after we got everything up and running, we completed our migration, which we thought was going to take probably 6 months. We completed it in about a month's time to move everything up into Azure. And so it was a great experience. Working with his team was great. Like I said, the whole migration, what was it, the guide you had there?
Yeah.
That is great. So that didn't exist back then too, so that was really nice to see. And even the live migration stuff. We didn't have to deal with the live migration, but I know a lot of people these days, if they're OLTP type of databases and whatnot, that's a great feature. We didn't have to deal with it so much then, but definitely helped us on our journey to the cloud. And now we've been up in the cloud now using Azure SQL for the better part of a year. And the other thing that was great was the thing you added to the DMA with picking which instance you can do. That would have been a lifesaver for us because we kind of were thumb in the air with most of our stuff, and we've gotten it down pat now, but back then that would have been really helpful as well. So glad to see you guys added that in, but that's our story for the most part. Thanks. Yep.
So given that you are already in the Azure, how do you enjoy the benefits of?
So yes, so we had some pretty massive SQL clusters on premise, and those obviously we know are not cheap. The beauty of moving to Azure SQL was a lot of our business is cyclical, and these databases we work on, they'll need horsepower at some point in time of the year, and then other times they just sit there idle. So the whole benefit of Azure SQL is we can scale up as needed, scale down as needed. So we've actually reduced our costs quite a bit as well from what we do with SQL Server, and also can scale to the benefits of Azure. So my clients, which are our consultants internally, are much happier as well. So.
Thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that, and thanks for all the help that you really provided us during our early private preview stages. So he helped us to really to scale the Azure Database Migration Service to the extent where we can be able to support mass migrations and as well as the enterprise real production migrations. He also helped us to identify some of the typical data types that we had some issues to migrate. So we were able to identify those data types that, especially with XML data types, those data types that we were able to identify some migration issues with our service. So we were able to fix those with the help of Greg on those things. So we have few other customers as well who really took advantage of Azure Database migrations to migrate their entire data center. I have a customer who I cannot name at this point, but they had to migrate or exit out of their data center within 3 months, and they have 6,000 databases altogether, 6,000 to 8,000 databases that they need to migrate to the Azure SQL Database within like 3 months time frame. And today you witnessed how Shamik demoed that we can use our PowerShell commandlets or REST APIs that you can really leverage and then automate the entire migration so that you can do mass migrations. So all those 6,000 to 8,000 databases are migrated through completely automation. So they have kind of a weekly downtime. So every week they kind of a batch around 400 databases, and then they used to execute that 400 databases to Azure using entirely the automation that is being used by the PowerShell commandlets. So if there are any partners in this room or migration partners in this room that are helping your customers to migrate, we're more than happy to make our REST APIs available to you. So in case if you really want to integrate our tools and services into your stream of migration process and tools, we're more than happy to help you out on that front. Just contact us. We are already working with a few partners. As you see in the list of the migration guide when I first showed, there are a bunch of partners right there. They're all working with us to start integrating our tools into their mainstream so that they can leverage those tools to help their customers as well. So with that, I want to spend some time on the roadmap. So as you see here, we first released the Azure Database Migration Service for general availability this year, May, at Build Conference. As part of that, we released the migration from SQL Server to Azure SQL Database for general availability. That is more of an offline migration, where if you have an acceptable amount of downtime, and if your databases are relatively smaller, you can do a POC and then find out how long the migration is taking. If that is kind of acceptable for your downtime criteria, then you can certainly use the offline migration scenarios. We're also released the offline migration from SQL Server to Azure SQL Database Manager instance for general availability this week itself. And then we're also started providing the online migrations experience as well. And as you see here, last month we released the online migration from SQL Server to Azure SQL Database for public preview, so that now if you can go and then provision your service, you can see that scenario publicly available to leverage for online migrations. So migrations from SQL Server to Azure SQL Database Manager instance went to the public preview this week itself, so that you can do minimal downtime migrations using that scenario as well. At the same time, we're also released for the public preview the migrations from MySQL to Azure Database for MySQL, and migrations from Postgres to Azure Database for Postgres. Both scenarios are online migrations, and they also went for the public preview. And as Shamik mentioned, we're now releasing the online migrations from Oracle to Azure SQL Database, Azure SQL Database Manager instance, and Azure SQL servers which are running on the VM. Those online migrations are also going for private preview. So the private preview, if you want to really experience those online migrations, we have a registration website that I'm going to provide in my resources link, which is coming later slide. That's where you can go and then submit the registrations for any migration scenario that you are seeing as private preview here. Wherever you see a private preview, that's where you need to approach us by submitting your registration to us. But anything that you see generally available, and anything that migration scenario that you see publicly released for the public preview, that you can really leverage the existing DMS service to start your migrations. And we have a lot of documentation provided, especially the step-by-step guidance is provided in our doc site, where we provide the step-by-step tutorials for going through these migrations. And also we have other videos that we recorded showcasing the other migration scenarios in various other conferences, so that you can go to Channel 9, or even you can go to YouTube to get those references to those videos that you can watch, and then you can let us know if you run into any issues. And I provided a bunch of links there for SQL Server Migration Assistant, Data Migration Assistant, Database Experimentation Assistant, which I kind of not mentioned here. When it comes to Database Experimentation Assistant, we call that as a DEA. That tool really help you to do an A/B kind of testing between your source and target, so that you can really understand how your target is going to perform for your workloads after the migration. So we typically collect the workload of the existing production, and then we replay all that workload onto the target, and then we will give you a comprehensive report, how your queries and workload really performed on the target, so that which of the queries are performed better, which of the queries are performed poor, and which of these queries are failed. That kind of report that you will get out of the DEA, Database Experimentation Assistant tool, that really gives you a good confidence for you how your target is going to respond to your applications after the migration is done. And we also have a data migration team blog as well, that link also provided. More importantly, if you run into any issues with any of these migration scenarios, please contact us at dmsfeedback.microsoft.com, so that we're more than happy to help you and unblock you for your migrations. Same thing with any of the assessment tools. We provided Elias there, dma@feedback.com. You can contact us with any of those email aliases, so that we can be able to unblock you on the migrations.
And we are also expecting you to sign up for our private preview for Cosmos, MongoDB to the Cosmos DB MongoDB API as well, as a part of Azure DMS.
Yep. Thank you so much for reminding me on that. So the link is here. The link is listed for the previews. Once you submit your preview, then we will review that and we'll contact you back as soon as to enable you for those previews. And last but not least, evals is very, we take it very serious to improve the quality of our presentations, the quality of the content, the quality of our products as well. Please take your time to submit the evaluations as well. And thank you so much for all your time. And we're going to be staying here for, if you have any questions, you can approach the stage and then you can ask us questions at the same time. Thank you, everyone, again. Have a wonderful day.